Many times I heard this idea that if you are suffering from an addiction, like alcohol or drugs, it is forever. It is for the whole life. You will have to struggle and make an effort to stay clean. And even if you have stayed clean for 10 years or 15 years or 20 years, you still have chance to come back to the addiction and fall even deeper. I do not agree with that. This addiction is forever only if you have not known such high that beats all other forms of high, that no substance can give you. So if in your life you figured out how to be in that special state of joy, then you can say you are free from addiction and it will never come back. I know this supreme state and I know how to achieve it. And in this video, I want to talk about the underlying, the root causes of addictions, of alcohol and addictions. I will tell you different stories, my own personal story I will tell you. And I will tell you the method. It is a bit unusual, but it is very effective. If you follow that method through, you will find that you are healing very, very quickly. And even for that method, I made a special PDF, and you can find it in our Telegram channel. I will leave the link so you can, like every single detail will be there. So let's start. I will start with the story. My friend, he was in the past a heroin addict. He brought himself into such a condition that the pus was going through the vein. Basically, his arm was rotting. And his mother used to tell him, "What are you doing? Stop, stop, you're breaking my heart. You are going to get your hand amputated." And he would tell her, "Mom, don't worry. I have another hand also." So why a person come to such a condition? No amount of threats, no amount of pressure and persuasion helps. Person still goes on with addiction. It is a very important thing to understand that you are using alcohol or drugs not because you're weak, but because you're human. There is a special fundamental need. My relationship with alcohol are very deep. Even my own father, he died practically from alcohol. He had a cancer of the liver, cirrhosis, and then in front of my own eyes, he faded into the thin air. He became very thin and then he died. I was with him until the last day. I was injecting him with painkillers. It was very, very painful. And even now, 30 years later, even now, 2-3 times per year, I see this dream. I see my father, he comes to me, I see he's very sick and very, very sad also, very sick and very sad. But I have joy in my heart. I feel now I have all this knowledge and now I'm sure I can help him. And I tell him, and I'm telling him in my dream, I say, "Father, from now on, everything is going to be okay. Father, don't worry. Everything is going to be okay. I understood now everything." And when I wake up with this frustration because I feel that actually this is somehow deep pain in me, that my father was dying in front of my eyes and I couldn't do a thing. I couldn't do anything. So this video is also an attempt. If I could not help my father, maybe I can help some other people. I also, in my past, 30 years ago, I loved alcohol. And I felt it's just like a water of life. It gives me feeling of being alive. And in my dance with alcohol, the last dance was 64 days in a row with a very strong alcohol like vodka, minimum 500 milliliters per day. So it was, I enjoyed. Not really. You know, you get into depression slowly, you destroy your body and mind. I will tell you later how I come out of that situation in my life. So people drink, people use, people abuse. And you cannot just let it go. You cannot just stop it. The entire state, governments, they issued prohibitions in the past, like Sweden from 1909 to 1922. They had the dry law, prohibition of alcohol, complete prohibition. But then people in 1922, they voted it out of, in the referendum. They changed the law. In America, there was dry law also. And from the movies, such as Once Upon a Time in America, we learn how the mafia, they mushroomed out of that prohibition. They start to trade, the illegal alcohol and produce illegal alcohol. So in the time of these very hard prohibitions, people find still the ways to use the substances. They procure alcohol, they make a moonshine, or they drink some kind of, the perfume and things like that, the glue. It comes to extreme sometimes. So the prohibitions, maybe they work, but people are very unhappy with those prohibitions. In Russia, 2 times it was attempted, and 2 times the empire has fallen. In 1914, Tsar Nicholas II, he introduced this prohibition on alcohol. After 3 years, Russian Empire has collapsed. Well, there were different reasons, but this may be also a reason. And actually, the Winter Palace was stormed because somebody spread the rumors that in Winter Palace, in the cellars of the Winter Palace, there is lots of alcohol. And then, people just, they went there and searched. And actually it was in the memories of Trotsky, one of the Bolshevik leaders. He said it was stormed 2 times. Second time already Bolsheviks were there, guarding the Winter Palace. Again, people came, they threw out all the Bolsheviks and they went into the cellar directly to search for the alcohol. So the prohibitions do not work. So why? Because you cannot simply cancel the alcohol. You have to understand this one very important thought. That alcohol is not a problem. Drugs is not the problem. Actually, alcohol is the medicine that allows a human being to survive somehow. It is the way how we cope with the problem, but the problem is deeper. So we have to understand very clearly what are the problems, and for every problem we have to design a solution. Basically, there are like 4 or 5 reasons why we drink. Number 1 is the physiological reason. Because when you take the substance, it releases dopamine, it releases serotonin, and then you feel more happy, you feel better in that situation. And then it creates some cycle. When you drink, you feel good, then you misbehave, then you wake up, you feel shame, you feel anxiety, you feel fear, and then you cure yourself again by taking it again. So this is first, physiological reason. Second, psychological reason. Childhood trauma, pain of existence, fear, tension, shame, issues of self-worth. The moment you take alcohol, you feel such a decent and great human being. So you crave that condition. Alcohol also fulfills the need in honesty. I had a friend of mine, he used to say, okay, you can harass me now while I'm sober. I will tolerate, I will swallow all your insults. But wait, I will drink, you will search 5th corner in the house. You will, run away from me because I'm going to assert myself. So he understood that I cannot be myself. I'm a nice guy. And because of fear of rejection, of fear of judgment, I do not assert myself. But when I drink, I become myself. So this desire to be organic self, to be yourself, is very important also. So psychological reasons. Social reasons. There was this movie, another turn, something like that. Druk in the it is a Danish movie, I think. It got Oscar. So 3 teachers there, they decided to maintain constant level of alcohol in the blood, and then everything becomes better. It's like ode to alcohol. Everything becomes better. Their teaching style, they become very happy, and they connect with the students and things like that. Even though one person died, because of that, he was not able to, alcohol destroyed him. When I studied in university, I had a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful teacher. He was the teacher of physics, and he would constantly come, a little bit high in the classes. But he was such a brilliant teacher, amazing teacher. In half a year, he made us all excellent in the physics. We were solving the tasks like beautifully, very easily. And then, but he would always be on the alcohol. And then one day he was taking the examinations, and the students, they wanted to bribe him. So they put in the bottle, they put, instead of water, they put alcohol. So he came, he sat, he opened his papers, then he poured the water into the glass, then he smelled the alcohol. He put it back, then he went out of the room. So students became very scared. They thought, now there will be big investigations and we are going to be thrown out of the university. So they removed the alcohol and put water back. And then when he came back, he again pours water into the glass, smells, it's water. Then he failed everybody in the exam. He came back, with the potato, with the salty cucumber and things like that, and he was going to enjoy. So he was very, very nice person, but he was with that addiction also. So there are social reasons also. It is in our culture, deep in our history. It is even in religious rituals. It is there, the alcohol, and all people, like social glue. We connect, especially when you have friends also like this. So it is also very difficult to stop, because immediately you find that there is no understanding anymore with your environment. So this is another. And then spiritual reasons, existential reasons. Why do I exist? What is the purpose of my being? The Viktor Frankl and other psychotherapists, they observed that if the person doesn't have a profound feeling of meaning of life, they compensate it by overeating, taking sweets, by sex, by video games, by watching movies, and all kinds of addictions. So the root cause is actually spiritual. This is the most important one. You can see many, many outstanding personalities, they suffered from addictions, like Jim Morrison, like Vincent van Gogh, like Sergei Yesenin, like Jack London. They suffered from all those addictions, and they were brilliant in movies, in literature, in poetry, but at the same time, this is one part of their life, and another part of their life is a veritable hell. The family is destroyed, health is destroyed, life is destroyed, everything is destroyed. So you cannot say that person who is drinking, he is weak or he is primitive. Many times these highly developed souls with a very big need, existential need to know the purpose of my life. So that is the main reasons. So I'm coming back to my friend, what he did. So he came to he hit the rock bottom. And then he actually found his mother, put him into rehab, and then they were going through this 12-step program. In these 12 steps, they say that if you have addiction, it is forever. You always have to go through these 12 steps, with which I don't agree. But anyway, he said, I start to go, and actually this program is deeply spiritual. It was established by two alcoholics who realized that our life is a mess. We are out of control. And the first two steps of this program is that first, I'm out of control and I am powerless against this addiction. And second, that I need to rely on a higher power to become healthy. And they have 12 steps, which is essentially very, very spiritual. They also restore that kind of inner connection. So he went through this program, and then finally he found my channel. He started to watch and he started to meditate. And then he said, I found this final high. And then I understood I don't need it anymore. So this is the transformation. Myself, I also, when I came in touch with meditation practice, with my acharya, my spiritual teacher, I said, Dada, all the people around you, they're so extremely positive. They're kind of out of this world. They are not drinking, they're not smoking. They are, one is a businessman, another one is the best student in the university. They have goals in life. They're very dynamic. They are very, very, very happy. They are very, very powerful. I feel like I almost don't deserve to be in this company. I almost don't deserve to have meditation. He said, no, I don't ask you to do anything of that. You can drink, you can smoke, no problem. Just I ask you one thing, do meditation. I thought, okay. You see, this is the painful thing. Like, it is a human psychology. Until you catch the swan, you cannot let go of the sparrow out of your hands. So, alcohol for me, why did I take? Because it was for me the water of life. That was the water of life. It made me feel alive. So I would not let it go simply. But when he said, no, you do practice, and then you see what happens. So I started to practice. You see, now you shift from substance to spirituality. And in spirituality, this topic is very, very developed, the topic of alcohol. You take Christianity. Jesus Christ turns water into wine. What is that? That is a metaphor. He turns mundane life into spiritual life. So what does the wine symbolizes? It symbolizes the experience of paradise. That's why Jesus Christ gives you the wine. You experience the paradise. In Sufism, there are many mystics like Ibn al-Farid, Rumi, Amar Khayyam. If you read their poetry, it is full of these references to the wine. Like Rumi says, he said, "O wine giver, fill up this cup. There is no better friend than you, neither in this world nor in the other. O Sultan, just take care about me. Give orders to give me the wine. Let the wine do not go away until Saturday, and even better, until Thursday." So what is that? The wine is the special state of mind when you enter into inner paradise. In Sufism, it is a metaphor of divine love. You experience a high state of consciousness. That is the wine. In Tantra, it is said, Jaduktam parama brahma, nirvikaram niranjanam, tasmin pramadana gyanam, tanmadya parikirtitam. Intense love, intense desire to connect with nirvikara, formless, and niranjana, unblemished Brahma, supreme consciousness, leads to disappearance of thought, annihilation of ego, and manifests as a divine intoxication, which is called Madhya Sadhana. So let's go and understand the methods how you can heal yourself from addiction. So there were 4 reasons for every reason behind the addiction, we have to find a method. Number one, physiological. So you have to work with your body. In yoga psychology, we speak about vrittis, or tendencies of the mind. And one vritti, one tendency, is called prashraya. Prashraya means inability to refuse your self-pleasure, indulging into the pleasures. And it is located at this center. And there are asanas, physical exercises, which you can do, and they will weaken this addictive tendency in you. So when I was going through my process, I started to do asanas. Especially there is one very, very great asana. It is called Gomukhasana. Gomukhasana. It really helps you to diminish that addictiveness in yourself. So I have collected all those exercises in this PDF file, which you can get. So this is number one. And there are some more techniques like, like special prescriptions with diet, sometimes fasting helps. I will put all of those. Then second, psychological reasons. How to deal with this inner pain? We feel this pain because we didn't figure out proper attitudes in ourselves. And in yoga, there are system of prohibitions and prescriptions. And I would advise you to focus on prescriptions. And by following prescriptions, you will be able to follow prohibitions. Because prohibitions is like, you feel like you are losing something. You are afraid to lose something. But prescriptions, you are gaining something. For example, one prescription is cleanliness. Not cleanliness, no. Cleaning. It is an action. Action of cleaning. Cleaning of your body, cleaning of your mind, cleaning of your environment. You experiment. If you are going into the marathon of drinking, or your friend is going, if you just clean the environment, make it so spotlessly clean, you will see how much change of mind will happen. So there are methods like that. So with those principles of yama and niyama, you can achieve psychological health. So remove the need in alcohol. Third was social. So in this society, when I stop drinking, everybody misunderstands me. So I need to have one or two people who will understand. And I will tell you another thing. The young people, they drink or they use the substances. Why? One of the reasons is the search for authenticity. They want to live real life. They feel we don't want to become like our dull adults who are just, in our opinion, live meaningless life. Home, work, home, work, home, work. I don't want to live this kind of life. I feel rebellion is growing in me. I want to be authentic. So substance becomes like a holy water. The way to connect with something real. So, social reasons. You need to have people in your environment, 1 or 2 or 5 or 10, who are alive, who are not dead, who are not mechanical, robotical, not material, but living beings with inspiration, with passions, with, goals, and joyful, and who are not drinking. So by association with those people, slowly you will start changing your entire environment. So this is the cure for the social reason. And then finally, spiritual thing. To cure spiritually, there is a formula in Tantra. It says, Atma mokshartam jagat hitaya. I live for the liberation of self. I am striving to achieve high state of consciousness. And I live for the service to the entire universe. This is the purpose of life. So once you adopt that purpose, then you start healing immediately. And that is theoretically sounds okay. But to really adopt it deeply, you need to go through the practice. So the best thing is to start practicing meditation. I started to practice meditation twice a day, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Then slowly, slowly, I start to sit for 40 minutes, even 1 hour. And I would ascend into such a high state. I would feel happiest person in the world. And that is that state. And then my friend comes and then we drink. Then I'm here. And I'm comparing. I'm thinking, why I'm doing this? It spoils my meditation. It spoils my life. And at some point I just feel I don't need it anymore. I don't want it anymore. And then still I had to go through this, momentum is created and, struggle with environment, this and that. But then that's already you're cured. So my advice you, practice meditation. Even in the beginning, you don't feel anything, doesn't matter. You start practicing, slowly the bubbles of joy will come up. You are mining out, you are hitting out the two stones and the spark comes out. So you are hitting your mind with the spiritual idea and it gets the spark out. And that spark enlightens your inner world. So that is the spiritual thing. Okay? So finally, I will tell you one more story and we will wrap it up. I'm standing in India, in a small city of Jamalpur. And I'm totally drunk, completely drunk. And my friend is trying to awaken me and bring me to my senses. And I'm laughing, ha 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 ha. And I'm crying also. And I am in a state of ecstasy. I'm so high. I don't even see anything around me. I don't see people. I just purely in a state of high. And my friend is shaking me. Dada, what are you doing? I say, what? He said, look at you. Who are you? I say, what do you mean? He said, look, what is the cloth on you? I say, yeah, this orange cloth. I am a monk. When you behave yourself like this, what do people think about you? I think they think that I took some very heavy substance. Yes! Behave yourself. You are putting shame on all the monk order. I said, okay. He said, you come home. After that, you do whatever you like. I said, yeah, okay. And then again, ha, 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 ha. So I was in a state of ecstasy. Every meditation is just like you're taking 100 grams of vodka. So you become high, a little bit high. So you go the whole day in that. But sometimes you find the cellar with a lot of alcohol and then you become completely drunk. So the point I'm making here, that it is perfectly possible with your brain to generate necessary substances. And it is not only good, it is best of the best. Because it makes your body more healthy. It makes your mind stronger. It makes your spirit very elevated. So it is very necessary for us. And when I'm remembering, I do not remember one worthy state, condition induced by alcohol or any substances. But I remember every state of being drunk on spirituality. It is much better, it is much greater. So thank you for listening to this video, and I invite you to visit our Telegram channel and get this document where I put all the necessary things to fight with addiction. Not actually to fight with addiction, but to heal yourself. It's just like a wound. You can drive the flies away, but until the wound is healed, the flies will keep coming. So temptations, they are coming to the unhealed wound. So spirituality is the balm that heals the wound. Meditation is the most important, most powerful method to be well and to be happy and to enjoy this special kind of high. So write in the comments if you have struggled with the same things that I have described and how you overcome it. Thank you very much.
Namaskar.